What's that sound? Do you hear that? What's that sound? Oh, episode 5. Hello again, spoiler fans. Welcome back to the Tarantula Cave for this episode 5 of the If You Could Only Keep 10 series. It's a big one. This is Guy Tansley from Bugsnstuff showing us some beautiful footage of tarantulas in the wild. You are not going to see footage like this very often. For those of you who haven't been watching, this series is all about me asking YouTubers the question, if you could only keep 10 tarantulas, what would they be and why?
Hi, Guy from Bugsnstuff and GiantSpiders.com. Huge thanks to Martin for asking me to be part of this project. If you could keep only 10. Sounds easy, doesn't it? But Martin did warn me it was going to be difficult. So, which are my top 10 tarantulas? Let's have a look. So, where to start? The criteria I'm using for this list is that I'm either keeping or have kept the species in the past. There's lots of cool new species out there, but I've yet to start keeping them, so they've been excluded this time round. First up, the Goliath bird-eating spider, Theraphosa blondie. No list is complete without this giant, and we were lucky enough to see this one in the wild in the rainforests of Suriname. Now, the ones currently in the hobby are thought to be from Guyana or French Guiana, and as you can tell by these photographs, the ones from Suriname are a lot more hairy. These giants will always be part of my collection. Up next, an undescribed species from Cambodia. Andrew Smith, Paul Carpenter and I were lucky enough to find this one in the Highlands. Although it does resemble the cobalt blue tarantula, it has been confirmed that it is an actual new species. And with that coloration to the legs, we give it the common name of the Cambodian midnight blue. A little bit of cheating for number 3. We've got Poecilotheria subfusca, and it's a cheat because I'm putting in both highland and lowland species. There's some debate whether or not they're actually the same species, but at present they currently are known as the same one. Amazing colours on these tarantulas from Sri Lanka, and the ones we've seen in the wild, both in the lowland and in the highland, were always a little bit different to the ones we find in captivity. No list is complete without a Brachypelma, and my chosen Brachypelma is Brachypelma homori, the Mexican red knee. It's my go-to tarantula for the Bugsnstuff workshops, and personally it's my recommendation for your first spider. Really laid back but brightly coloured. You can't go wrong with a Mexican red knee. Next, the Brazilian giant white knee, Acanthoscurria geniculata. Nothing compares to a really big and older adult female once those pink hairs start to show through. One I'd love to see in its natural habitat someday. First African species, Tarantulus murinus. Again, a little bit of a cheat again because there's so many colour variations and regional variations that I've been lucky enough to see 2 in the natural habitat. First in Zimbabwe, the dark colour form, and then later on in Tanzania, the Usambara Mountains colour form. renowned for its defensive behaviour, it was in fact the first species of tarantula that I actually owned over 32 years ago. One North American makes my list, the Rio Grande Gold. Increasingly rare these days and expensive. Don't currently own any in my collection, but always on the lookout. Thanks to Michael Jacoby for these amazing pictures of this young adult female outside of a burrow in their natural desert home. Next up, the pink-toed tarantula, Avicularia avicularia. I don't seem to do very well with these in captivity, but I still think it deserves a place on my list, simply because in Suriname we found lots of them. It out to the top. I think you should be quite impressed, because I'm impressed. Because here she comes. She's going to come over towards you. Hang on. She comes. Fine, that's one.
Proper avicularia.
Kind of looks like a giant spider.com.
I knew I wore it for a reason. Grizzled hairs, blue and green coloration with pink toes. What more could you want? At number 2, the gorgeous Lampropelma carpentieri, named after my good friend Paul Carpenter. We travelled to Sulawesi to find it. I mean, if you had a spider named after you, you would have to travel to find it in the wild, wouldn't you? A beautiful arboreal spider. And finally, my number 1, Palinobius muticus, or the king baboon. Bit of a dream come true for me, this one, when Richard Gallen, Paul Carpenter, Ralph Conan, Mark Carpenter and I ventured to Tanzania to actually find it in the wild. Spider rarely seen in captivity, but when you get to see it, it's well worth the wait. So definitely my number 1 favourite spider, the king baboon. So there you go, my 10 tarantulas on If You Could Keep Only 10. Big thanks to Martin again for asking me to be part of this, and I'm looking forward to seeing who's next.
Guy went for a really lovely selection of 10 tarantulas there. A lot of them very beautiful, actually. I agree with some of those. They're amazing. The one that stands out for me is the Syriopagopus Cambodian Midnight Blue. I actually had an opportunity to buy slings from when Guy bred those the first time, but I never did it. And now I really want some. So that's the power of YouTube for you. In the next episode, we have Frankus Lee from the Frankus Lee YouTube channel. Frankus is a proper spider expert and a real deep thinker. So he's put so much thought into the next episode that it's actually about 45 minutes long. So for the next one, you're going to need a slice of cake and a cup of tea. Here's the thing, guys. If you're enjoying this series and you don't want to miss me posting future episodes, then what you need to do is subscribe, hit the bell icon below to get notifications. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it wherever you can. That's it, guys. Take care. I'll see you next time for Frankus Lee.